Whitebird. It's the Oakland Raiders. Ha! Play past regulation. 2-1. 2-1. We the Raiders. We the Raiders. We back in this. We back in this. Let's go. Hit the shot. 2-1. 2-1. Long live the Stars. Long live the Stars. And God to make sure. Here we go. We the Oakland Raiders, we the LA Raiders, we the Vegas Raiders, we the Raider Nation, we more than one right now. Now we took it. Now we took it. 2-1. 2-1. LA Rams, forget about that shit. You're going to destroy the LA Rams here at SoFi Stadium. Me, the nation, taking over SoFi Stadium. We coming for y'all. Smash Mouth football, the Raider Nation is coming for y'all. But where is the attitude? Where is the attitude from the bum who can't get a haircut? You know what I'm referring to, the bum who can't get a haircut. You know what cocksucker I'm referring to, that motherfucker. Get your head in the game. Where was Jim Harbaugh? Look at Derek, the MVP of the NFL. Derek Carr is the MVP of the NFL today. He's my vote for MVP of the NFL. You have set this team back with Nick Dupin. We have a lot to look forward to. 2-1, Antonio Pierce. He bringing the attitude from Compton. He coming, punching, swinging. Now we talking the physical football here. The LA Chargers had to struggle against the Raiders. The Raiders are playing physical ball. You understand? But where is the quarterback? Y'all not going to beat Herbert and Mahomes and Harbaugh and Andy Reid. You see, he could have had Jim Harbaugh. This guy he started out with the Raiders. The attitude of this owner is what's going to get in the way of this team. They're a 7-9 team. They're a mediocre team that can play punch, smash mouth football, stuck in quarterback purgatory. But a home game in front of the nation, here we go. It's what it's about. It was a home game against the Chargers, right? It was a home game, but technically it wasn't a home game. But home game, real game at Vegas, punched the Panthers in their mouth. The first team the Raiders have played since they moved to Vegas. First year was the COVID year, right? Remember COVID 2020, right? The Raiders, we destroyed the Carolina Panthers in that game. In history will repeat itself. The Panthers are a garbage-ass team. The Raiders are looking good at Antonio Pierce, but you cannot do it alone. You need the help of the owner. You need to bring in a good quarterback. The Raiders ain't got no quarterback. You're as good as your quarterback in the NFL. You can play good, smash mouth all you want. The fact is, you need a quarterback to win in the National Football League, and you ain't got no quarterback. Now, this is a playoff team with Derek Carr. He's the MVP of the NFL. My MVP was Patrick Mahomes because I'm not delusional like a lot of y'all. I'm being real. But the way that Derek Carr is playing, he should have stayed on the Raiders. And clearly the Raiders miss him. Because this be a 2-0 team with Jim Harbaugh and Derek Carr. This is an owner without direction. This is an owner without vision. This is an owner, well, I don't know if it's an owner without identity because they play in smash mouth. You understand? They play in defense. They grinded it out offensively with the I formation, running the ball, setting it up. You don't know if they're going to run or pass. This is what you want to do to challenge defensive coordinators. But at the end of the day, you're not going to win with a journeyman quarterback. And he could have had Jim Harbaugh and Derek Carr and destroyed the NFL the way that the Saints are doing right now. Ha ha ha! You thought I was delusional. You Derek Carr apologist. He's 2-0 right now. You had a fake injury. Saints are hosting the Super Bowl. They'll have a fake injury. I understand they'll have a fake injury. Just home teams are not allowed to go far in the playoffs. But Derek Carr, he be balling right now. He show what he can do with the real program, with the real defense, with the real running game, with the real running back. There's no Josh Jacobs here on this team. So where the hell is they running back to? I'm saying it's the head coaching job is doing great. He's doing a great job of instilling belief without a quarterback. Antonio Pierce doing good stuff, but he needs help from the owner. He needs help from the front office. They need to bring in a quarterback. Who's your Patrick Mahomes? Who's your a myriad of names out there? We'd be talking the Raiders if they had a quarterback who had to help smash mouth running game. They would be dominating this league like they know tomorrow. Because not many teams can handle being punched in the teeth, getting punched in the mouth. You saw how the 49ers did with Jim Harbaugh in the early 2010s. When we going away from the smash mouth football from decades back, it's a drop back. That was the gunslinger era, basically. The gunslinging era, you guys could drop back. You could complete a lot of passes, 10, 15 yards down the field. I think the quarterback play is probably the best. The 2010s gunslinging era, baby. These guys, they wouldn't just check down. They wouldn't just go through bubble screens, you know. These guys are real quarterbacks. They could really sling it 10, 15 yards every passing play, every other passing play. These guys weren't just running around in circles, looking to run and create a running play as a quarterback. They're looking to extend plays in the pocket and make plays downfield. So I think, the Matt Ryans and the Ben Roethlisbergers and Tom Brady and Kurt Warner and Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, slinging that ball, gunslingers. You have to stay in the pocket. You have to elude the pass rush with your reading the play and setting up downfield. That's what it's about. Believe me, the Raiders could have had Carson Palmer, but he went to the Cardinals. He had a great program. They won double-digit games and made it to the conference title. So, again, Mark Davis is a terrible owner. He could have hired Bruce Arians to coach the Raiders. No risk it, no biscuit. Al Davis is all about no risk it, no biscuit. Bruce Arians is about no risk it, no biscuit. You have a chance downfield, you take a chance. You throw 50 yards for the touchdown. You want to take the home run shot every time. And that was vintage Al Davis, all out verticals. And Bruce Arians is a real gambler. He's a real gunslinger. He loves to take chances. So this is the kind of identity that we need in the passing game that we just need a quarterback for. Ground people out in the running game, but get a quarterback that will throw downfield. Be aggressive. Work these defensive backs. This is what we have to do to get the Raiders back to be a dominant force. I mean, it's a very marketable thing. You just got to take care of the Harbaugh crap, right? Get Jim Harbaugh his scripted Super Bowl ring. Spanos gets his little scripted Super Bowl ring. Kroenke did after the LA move. Spanos is next. The league is rigged. Okay, you can still like the Raiders and know the league is rigged. It doesn't mean I'm a hater. NFL is rigged. NFL hate the Raiders because they move into the new stadium in Las Vegas, but then they have the Chiefs win the Super Bowl over there. So that's not a conspiracy theory that the NFL hates the Raiders. We can confirm that 100% after last year's outcome, we can confirm the NFL hate the Raiders. Imagine if they had Josh Jacobs, man. I don't know why Josh Jacobs left, but man, this guy's a beast. It doesn't matter if the Raiders have a bad quarterback. There'll be a tough team for everybody, including the Kansas City Chiefs. But I would like to say is that all this bullshit here with the Mahomes rules and all this BS, like, cut the shit out with that. It's like, you're not a playoff team. You're not a Super Bowl contender. And you coming out saying you have the Mahomes rules, the Jordan rules to stop Patrick Mahomes. It's like, stop it. If you really had that footprint, you'd be among the best teams in the NFL. This team just got lucky on Christmas, that's all. The Chiefs gifted one to the Raiders on Christmas. It was part of the psyop to get people to bet against Kansas City right before January when the playoffs start. So that was a psyop. Because did the quarterback only attempt? He dropped it. He dropped it. How did he drop that? How did he drop that? Talking about the Texans guy over there. I'm watching the Sunday Night Football game. Anyway, if the nation doesn't know already, Gruden Loves Football is the name of the YouTube channel. You a junkie, you like to write your own play calls, your own running plays, your own jet sweeps, your own H-back counters. You see all your all verticals, all out routes, get out of bounds, 2-minute offense. You see your own set of play calls. You like to write plays. In your own downtime, you like me, you like to create your own offensive playbook. The channel is far better than anything you would watch on ESPN. It's called Gruden Loves Football. Gruden Loves Football. Learn the game, in and out. Get a real game plan of each team that John Gruden goes through every single week, makes a pick. This guy's got a real passion for the game. You should check him out. He had the raw end of the stick because, again, NFL is a right-wing organization. They outlawed, they kicked out Colin Kaepernick, his kneeling for the national anthem, right? They did that. Gruden Loves Football is the name of the channel. Grandmaster Gruden, YouTube Guru. Gruden Loves Football. That's the name of the channel. Support the brother who got the far end. Who got the short end of the stick. This guy should be in the NFL. There are many other coaches who have made these kind of anti-Obama, whatever, anti-LGBT comments that are still coaching today in the NFL. You could find coaches on any of these teams that share similar sentiments to John Gruden. I just went Texas with the money line tonight. Just was it going to be a rigged game where Caleb Williams he takes the next step, whatever, and a BS penalty? Well, the Bears are still at their own 13-yard line. I don't know if they're going to get first downs or whatever, but let's see how this kid is doing. A 5-yard running loss. Damn, the Texans are totally going to get to -7, -8 right now. A 5-yard running loss on first down. You're not making it easy on this young quarterback. I think the Raiders peaked in 2021, man. The whole Gruden BS, the whole interim coach, the Raiders against the NFL, you see. Raiders, Cowboys, Thanksgiving. Raiders destroy the Cowboys. Raiders for America's team at Thanksgiving. How can people think the Bears are more of a playoff team than the Arizona Cardinals? Cardinals are my team no matter what. The Raiders are always number 2. These uniforms are absolute royalty. Silver and black. Fierce colors of authority. Owner is just a cuck. Owner's just a goddamn fucking piece of shit. You and I can be a better owner than that fucking waste of space. I'm gonna win games with Gardner Minshew. Please. Suck him! Suck him! Suck that bastard! Rigged! NFL's rigged! They should have sacked him. Make him feel better. That Chiefs Bengals game was rigged. Just get cheap yards, positive play. It's all rigged. We're a poverty-ass team. At least my number 1 team's the Cardinals. I'm from Arizona, baby. But, yeah, I'm all for the Raiders. This team's against the 49ers and the Seahawks. In the old AFC West, you understand? The Seattle Seahawks. So, yeah, Raiders are my friend, too. From the Arizona Cardinal Nation. The Raiders sent Carson Palmer to the Cardinals so they could fuck over the Niners, and they did so. Holding call. Eric Carr holding back. Bears suck. This team's not a playoff team. Cardinals are more a playoff team than the Bears. Ooh, I like this ref. Used to be in the Pac-12. I want to see the defense dominate Bryce Young next week. I want to see a game where it don't have to be won by the quarterback. I hope the quarterback has a good game because it's a bad Panthers team. Chargers punching them out. We should have had Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh would have been my head coach. Antonio Pierce, my assistant head coach. Straight out of Compton, motherfucker. All guns blazing, all balls out blazing. Antonio Pierce is the automatic successor to Jim Harbaugh at the time that Jim Harbaugh leaves the Raiders. You see, I am a brilliant owner. Mark Davis is a bum and a loser who doesn't like football. He just inherited the team from daddy. Antonio Pierce automatically gets the job after Jim Harbaugh leaves the Raiders. Again, if I was the owner of the Raiders, things would be much differently around here. We would have a quarterback. We would do everything we can to give Jim Harbaugh the quarterback that he wants. But too bad Chargers win a Super Bowl in the future year because Jim Harbaugh is owed a Super Bowl because, quite frankly, 49ers had some bad calls against him in the playoffs in 2014 and 2013. The Matt Bradshaw forward progress. They blew the whistle dead, blah, 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 blah. And Jim Clyburn jumping up and down on the sideline. Oh, that's a hard. That was the entertainment. Just think, that was 10 years ago. This was 10, 11, 12 years ago. Cowboys suck. They're getting destroyed by the Ravens. The Ravens should be easy money if that game is not a fugazi. If that game's not a fugazi, the Ravens going to destroy these motherfuckers. I thought the Ravens lose to the Raiders. The Raiders are a physical team. The Raiders gave the Chargers a physical game last week. The Raiders gave the Chiefs a physical game on Christmas Day, motherfucker. But y'all been talking this only the Raiders. Yeah, they ain't got no quarterback, but that doesn't stop the fact that the Raiders are a physical football team. They're playing with attitude and identity with Antonio Pierce. It's not his fault he don't have a quarterback because the management is stupid. They needed a good quarterback. I would have traded for Kirk Cousins because I'm all about winning. Kirk Cousins can throw the ball downfield. Raiders needed Kirk Cousins in my view. We needed Derek Carr. We needed Kirk Cousins to the Raiders. Raiders should have traded for Kirk Cousins. Tell me who would have been a better quarterback option. I will listen to you. Rigged football game. This is a rigged game. The Bears don't have any business staying close, but it's a national broadcast. This game is available on NBC and Peacock. Peacock's got to make their money when they negotiate the deal. That's part of Fugazi. Chargers are beating the Steelers. Okay. The Chargers have to beat the Steelers. You have to convince me that the Chargers can have a competitive game against the Chiefs. So the Chargers can beat the Steelers. The Chargers have a quarterback. The Steelers do not have a quarterback. Justin Fields don't count. The Broncos are a terrible team. I'm good with the holding call against the Bears. I'm good with that. Justin Fields, he doesn't keep his eyes downfield. He doesn't try to create plays, get his eyes moving downfield, all this kind of good stuff.
You're getting mine? Great, me too. Can we bring you back?
You never want to lose your edge. This is an SUV that really understands that. The Lexus RX. Aaron, for 21 years old, and all everyone sees a football school.
You may think I'm a doomy, gloomy motherfucking Raider fan, but I'm real because we need a real great play caller. We need a real quarterback. Oh, don't get me started with the Cowboys. They don't have a chance of making it to the Super Bowl. Please, they don't have a chance.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you.
Well, I know my Cardinals look like a machine. They gave a competitive game to the Bills. They destroyed the garbage ass LA Rams, the team with the most forgettable Super Bowl experience to date. Everybody agreed it was rigged, but I don't think the Cardinals are making the Super Bowl. My number one team's the Cardinals. I don't think we're making it to the Super Bowl because the agenda is for the Lions at the 0-16 to make it to the Super Bowl 16 years later. Saints will have zero chance of making it to the Super Bowl because they're hosting the game. You got to have tourism. Got to have people from outside the state to make the money for the hotels and the business owners who live in Louisiana, the New Orleans metropolitan area. The Saints don't have a chance. Saints look good, but will Derek Carr get injured? It's possible. Usually it's the injury where the home team that makes it to the Super Bowl looks great. Like the Cardinals, they started 8-1 or something in 2014. They were hosting the Super Bowl that year, but then Carson Palmer got hurt, and then Drew Stanton got hurt, and then the starting running back Andre Ellington got hurt. So that was all rigged. My uncle from New Jersey, right? We saw the Cardinals Rams game. We witnessed the Carson Palmer injury. We witnessed the Carson Palmer injury. It was very quiet on the bus rides back to the parking lots from the stadium. Fugazi. It means like scam, hoax, fugazi. It's a fugazi. I witnessed Carson Palmer getting injured after the year. It was a non-contact injury. It's non-contact BS. Because, they're hosting the Super Bowl and Carson Palmer wasn't going to throw a game in the playoffs. So understand, when this kind of bullshit happens in the NFL, I'm still going to stick with the Lions, and I'm not going to bet on the Cardinals-Lions game next week. I decided not to bet on the Cardinals-Bills game. The Bills won. I decided to bet on the Cardinals this week, and I won. And I won when there was only 5-10 minutes in the game because it was 17-0 Cardinals or something like that. But could be a bounce back game for the Lions, or it could be a 1-2. I'll be happy the Cardinals win. I could care less if the Cardinals win. I decide not to bet on them. But Jared Goff owns the Cardinals, so just so you know, he owns the Cardinals. Intercepted! Oh, BS flag. It's a Fugazi. It's a Fugazi. It's a Fugazi. Fugazi. They're going to call that shit on the defense, right? Right? Fuck you. Fuck the ref. Cocksucker. Cocksucker. Fuck the ref. Red! Most people have the Texans on the spread. Fuck you, referee. These guys are told to commit stupid penalties. I'm convinced that's how they do it. They're told to commit stupid penalties to impact the trajectory of the game.
Lassiter pick. But to the penalty here.
The Bears suck. Cardinals are better than that garbage-ass Bears team. I can't make any reservations about the Packers yet. DJ Moore is good. He's good. He is. Bears got a pretty good defense, so they do.
Kind of quickness. I think you can take more of an advantage of him with some of these quick screens and quick throws because very seldom does the first guy get him on the ground.
I mean, the Raiders have been a poverty-ass organization compared to the Cardinals. We've made it to a Super Bowl. We made it to another NFC Championship game. We made it to the Super Bowl 43. We've had more playoff wins in the last 20 years than the fate is. So, all you motherfuckers who root for the Raiders call my team poverty-ass organization. What does that make you guys? The Raiders had nothing to cry sweet tears of joy for. I mean, the Raiders are a poverty-ass organization with a poverty-ass owner.
He just started to tap the center and then he took off, but the center didn't snap the ball. Now they're saying what the snap
Second first and 15 on this drive. Williams on the run for the sideline gets popped in bounds.
Fight! 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 I think he hits him just right before he went out of bounds. So I think the ref made a good call and not call a penalty there. He hit him just before he went out of bounds. So just so anyone knows.
sort of like what I'm seeing by Caleb Williams' teammates. You know,
Watch what happens in the scrum here. Shire goes up and a punch straight into the face of Rashawn Johnson, who was not in the game, was just standing on the sideline. Meantime, the Texans full of caution have been pushed away. The Bears, as he was continuing the conversation on the field. And this is not calmed down yet at all.
I didn't even set my lineup for fantasy, but I'm winning this week. The team's automatically renewed to the next year. I didn't even look at my lineup. Well, I wouldn't in fantasy football. Thank God I am. I don't know why it says message retracted.
because Terry, would he have been thrown out of the game for that? No question. That's clearly a punch. That's a common way to get thrown out of the game. So it would have been a first down.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Get going with the game, will you? Are you faggots who forget how to tackle and track down a ball carrier?
It's a lot of it for Chicago as the temperature's been turned up here in the third.
Every once in a while, you need your big star players to just make a play. This was a tough catch. One-handed, bring it in, and then this. Make a few people miss. Create something. Let your quarterback believe that if he gets you the ball in space, you're going to do this with it.
There's some personnel issues here. They brought out one, so he says time to match. While the umpire's in there before third, a yard out of the gun. Early clock running. Makes a twist. Everything's covered. Anderson.
Yeah! I think the Cardinals traded down in the draft. They passed on Will Anderson. That was a great pick for the Texans, I think. It supplemented our draft position.
Yeah, they are. Why not? Because as a quarterback, Caleb Williams, this is a quick screen out there. They tried to block him, but Komet goes right around. And boy, they're lucky.
Texans get the ball back. It's still a 6-point game. The Texans can score.
Corey Taylor puts the nose down. Makes it tough for Steve Sims to catch it.
You know what? We're very bored. Let's blast free the nation, shall we? Here we go.
Not Taylor's best trying to pin Texans deep.
Again, America's game of the week, the Ravens and the Cowboys. They're going to destroy the Dallas Cowboys. Tom Brady needs to get his game better. I don't know if he'll be a good broadcaster. He needs to add some charisma. He's got to cater himself to the television. He's got to be made for TV. That's the game plan. Sell yourself out for TV. Sell charisma. Be charismatic. That's what Tom Brady has to do. That's the game plan.
Within the first 5 days of symptoms and help stop the virus from multiplying in your body.
Taking Paxlovid with certain medicines can lead to serious or life-threatening side effects or affect how it or other medicines work, including hormonal birth control. It's critical to tell your doctor about all the medicines you take because certain tests or changes in their dosage may be needed. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems, HIV-1, or
YouTube TV to watch all the full games live at once. Ready, nation, stand up! I tried to tell you we were coming this year. It's the Oakland Raider anthem, let it bump in your ear. Derek Carr, the MVP, man, he wanted to
He MVP. Damn right, he MVP. Derek Carr is the MVP. Dead ass team. We need Elon Musk or some other motherfucker like Jeff Bezos to buy this fucking team to be a goddamn winner. From that bum ass motherfucker can't get a haircut. You can't get a haircut. Closer and closer. You're 22. You're 23. Fifth and sixth win. It's now we talking. Knock Patrick Mahomes out for the rest of the season. Injure him and knock him out of the year. That's what the Raiders have to do. Go keep on James, a businessman. Saving the income taxes. No state income tax. Warm weather. He's even big after all. Who wants to live in the armpit of America for 23 years? King of the Buckets! You have my backing. Any one of us would leave Cleveland from Miami. I love Cleveland. Oh my God. Bunch of petty ass haters. Bunch of hating ass bums. You were not staying in Cleveland for 23 years. Don't bullshit me. You will not leave Cleveland. You will not stay in Cleveland for 23 years. I stay in Cleveland with the way, but Cleveland's a cursed town, and LeBron James don't deserve the losing history of Cleveland. One championship's enough. Fuck Cleveland. Get the fuck out of here, guys. You're not gonna destroy this guy's career for 23 years. You little organic shit. Go get the fuck out of here with that. Organic! It's organic that LeBron James, just like any other smart businessman who wants to save money with no state income tax in Florida. He wants to enjoy warm weather. He wants to have great hookers and they ball, man, and they nightlife in Miami. Does he stay loyal to Savannah or does he go fuck with some chicks in a nightlife in Miami? $1 million question. Is he really loyal or is he a hoe too? $1 million question. I believe King LeBron James is a great man. Intercepted! Did the ref rule interception or did he drop it? You retarded quarterback. Was that incomplete or was that interception? I mean, the process of the interception. So he wraps the ball around, but does the ball hit the ground? The entire process of the interception. That is very subjective call.
How many games do we watch where it's just like an inch?
I would challenge that if I was the Bears coach. I had nothing to lose. I would challenge that if I was a Bears coach. I had nothing to lose. You're going up against a playoff team. The Bears are challenging that. I don't know if there's enough to reverse that. I'm not looking at the dirt coming off of the ground. I think the ball kind of hits the ground, if I'm not mistaken. This referee, I remember him from the Pac-12. Then he became the NFL ref. Pac-12 refs are usually pretty bad, by the way. So even if it's correct that the Texans should turn over the ball, the referee is a Pac-12, former Pac-12 ref. Organic wine's the best, son. I drank the whole bottle.
You break it, we take it. Trade in any phone in any condition at Verizon for the new Google Pixel 9 with Gemini. Give me a recipe with these ingredients. Only on Verizon.
Chaos team without a quarterback. We're playing the garbage ass Panthers. We're gonna beat the Panthers. Believe me, we will. He's never gonna stay in Cleveland. I understand this shit, man. Don't tell me you run the armpit of America. Go to the car. We're the nation of the way. That's my answer to the question. Fuck the Eagles. We beat you motherfuckers in Super Bowl 15, motherfucker. We beat you. You're talking to a tough ass son of a bitch over here. You're Raidaaaaas. Your team sucks. You suck. I ain't no hoe. I ain't jumping over to Kansas City. You understand? This team's a fraud. It was manufacturing and we touching the homes. Oh my God. Great dynasty. Spaghetti. Mark Davis is a bum. He sucks. Everybody agrees with me on that. What a video, please! It's red. You've been talking about this what if for years. It doesn't matter. Loki LeBron James is a businessman. He's never going to stay his entire career in Cleveland. You understand that. If he stayed his whole career in Cleveland, he would have been cursed for 23 years. Redactor. He purposely takes a sack to keep the game close and exciting because it is a nationally broadcasted game. And you got to keep it close because Caleb Williams driving back. Fugazi to the core. Fugazi. Fugazi. Fugazi.
Somehow hung on to it with all the traffic around him, and the Bears will take over right around their own 35-yard line.
Mike, I have played every position in football. No kidding. Return, punts, kickoffs, kicking, all that stuff. That's the hardest thing I ever did in football. Imagine trying to keep your eyes on the sky and having nothing but all Americans running down at you, knowing you're going to take that kind of shot. A lot of times when you don't put that signal up, you know it's coming.
6 drives in this quarter, 6 punts in this quarter. Bears handed to Swift, pitches to Swift to the right, to the 40-yard line. DeAndre gets a half dozen.
You know what's interesting in our conversation with Caleb Williams, and we were talking about, getting the ball out of his hands quicker and all that sort of stuff. And he said, I really don't enjoy running around and creating like that. That's not what I enjoy playing quarterback. Really?
And in here to Swift trying to get to the right. Good job on him in up front and flag down. As Houston's defense.
What call is this on right now? Oh, what a fugazi. What a fugazi.
So what Caleb says he wants to do is exactly what he did in the first half. Watch out.
You say your gay-ass, faggoty-ass teams can win every week. I was right about your faggoty-ass team losing week 1 and week 2. You just have to acknowledge reality. You're a Donald Trump supporter. You don't acknowledge reality. You're in a cult. These similar cultic characteristics carrying on to the NFL team. Look at me. I predict the Bills to beat the Cardinals, and then my team did win in week 2 because it's called being realistic. I don't personally attack you just because I acknowledge the Panthers are a bad football team and they have a terrible owner.
Coach of the Bears also brought up the point that, hey, let's play within the offense.
Who cares about Derrick Rose? What's up with this blasphemy? I swear.
Exactly what it is. Usually it's sort of towards the end of the game, but let's play the offense for as long as we can, and then there'll be time for you to do your thing.
Swift's in motion. Moore has it. DJ Moore.
What a rigged game. Raiders are better than their garbage-ass Panthers. You wouldn't seriously bet on your own team every week. There is hope, after all, that the referee is going to call some fouls against the Bears.
Like the defense here, and Moore is one of those guys. You want to get him the ball in space. He makes people miss. We've been watching that earlier. A minute looked like maybe he was going to take a shot down the field, but there's the hold or tackle or takedown, whatever you want to call it.
See a lot of Lane Clark here tonight. 18 penalties. Khalil Herbert joins DeAndre Swift in the backfield. 2nd and 16.
Kill sucks.
Williams.
He can only throw checkdowns. Please, the Texans should cover this spread.
The 40-yard line.
And the hard part, Mike, is you're asking your quarterback to play a certain way. Play within your offense. Get it out of your hands. Do all that. But then you do a lot of stupid stuff. You know, you have holding penalties, you have offside penalties, you have delayed games. So if you want your quarterback to play like that, you've got to be more disciplined on the offensive side.
You can see just a couple of shots downfield for Williams here tonight.
And remember, it was this Texans defense that gave up 3 50-yard plays and 2 long touchdowns a week ago.
Bringing up the people here. Williams putting it up top for more. Goes up. It's intercepted.
Yeah, intercepted. Now we're talking. Interception. USC quarterbacks suck anyways, right? Mark Sanchez, he had a great defense. He had a great running game. The Jets' biggest mistake was they thought Rex Ryan thought he could throw the ball more with Mark Sanchez, but that was never going to work out. That was his biggest mistake. That was 2011 and 2012, I think. These USC quarterbacks are not good. Matt Leinart, I thought Ken Wissenpunt was a joke, and he just hated Matt Leinart. He never believed in him, but Matt Leinart could never be a starting quarterback on a different team. But Wissenpunt was a joke. He went like 2-14 with the Tennessee Titanics. I mean, Ken Wissenpunt was a joke.
That was Diggs over there.
Cardinals got rid of Ken Wissenpunt, and they had Bruce Arians, and Wissenpunt was terrible. Wissenpunt was only good because of Bruce Arians. No, he was only good because of Kurt Warner. Excuse me.
On both sides here tonight. It's a Stephon Diggs right back to him in front of Gordon and Jermaine Edmonds. That brings us to the end of this third quarter. A lot of stuff happened except for points. No score in the third. Off we go to the fourth. Houston 16, Chicago 10. Sunday Night Football continues after these messages.
How long have you really burned your cases running?
I'm police. I'm doing my job. Let's hit it, team.
Imagine that. After Ken Wissenhunt left the Cardinals, he went 3-20 with the Tennessee Titanics. It was terrible.
How this CT operates.
I was not exaggerating when I thought Ken Wissenpunt was a terrible coach, but here he was. He went 2-14, 2014 with Tennessee, went 1-6 in 2015. Kurt Warner should be in the Hall of Fame because of that. Period.
Real wings have bones, and these boneless wings are actually premium chicken tender bites tossed in one of Whataburger's famous sauces. Honey butter, honey barbecue, buffalo, or wing spices. And now Nashville hot? Those do not turn these water wings into real wings. I know what a real wing is. That's snow.
I'm John, Republican, veteran, when I hire someone, I look at resumes.
Oh, but he says you should go for Kamala Harris instead of Donald Trump. I agree too. We don't need that manic lunatic anymore. All these people obsessed with demographic change. That's the only reason why I support Donald Trump.
That's the kind of person.
Not because he's good for governing or not for America, but because they're obsessed with demographic change. That's one reason why Republicans support Donald Trump is they're obsessed with demographic change and they can't accept change. Kamala Harris is being competitive with Donald Trump in the state of Iowa. Damn, Donald Trump is cooked. I'll be here election night. You can kiss my ass all you want. Waiting for 2028 because I call it like I see it. I tell like it is. I'm an election guru. I know with the current circumstances today, once Donald Trump is finished goods, he's in the past, he'll move on to a different candidate in 2028. Kamala was only beating Trump because Donald Trump is the worst candidate imaginable in modern history. Go Texans! Caleb sucks. He's crying to mommy's lap. I saw Caleb cry to mommy's lap. I did. I have never seen a player cry to mommy's lap like Caleb did USC Washington. Oh, you suck. He was wide open. You're garbage. Jeez. Trevor Lawrence and the Fags are 0-2. It's like, goddamn. I put in a small bet on the Jaguars with under 2 minutes to come back and win. It's a very small bet, but that's all I did for that game. Now they're in field goal range. They got the run and play. They're in field goal range. This Joshua guy's like, my Panthers going to win every week. I'm a brainwashed, brain-dead chimpanzee. I think Donald Trump's greatest thing ever, despite all the evidence to the contrary. I believe my Carolina Panthers are going to win every week, despite the fact that they have been exposed as a terrible football team. Raiders would not be my favorite team, Carolina. I believe they still win 5-7 games. Oh, please. Please. This is a 3-5 win football team at this point. You have Baker Mayfield. You have Derek Carr. You have Kirk Cousins. You got to live in reality. Dave Temple is a terrible owner.
They just kind of threw him in there, knew there was going to be a few bumps in the road, but they felt like he was.
There used to be a good team with Jerry Richardson, but ever since they had the new owner, yeah, they're terrible. It's good. Texans are now leading by double digits. Caleb sucks. I'm glad my team has Kyler Murray. I'm glad my team has a Pro Bowl tight end, a Pro Bowl running back, a promising young wide receiver, a son of a Hall of Fame wide receiver, Marvin Harrison, who won the Super Bowl with Peyton Manning with the Colts in Super Bowl 41. Yes, it was go Falcons. Falcons get upset. I still back Kirk Cousins. He still has some left. Falcons are going to win. The Falcons have to win the game when they know they have the Kansas City Chiefs next. The intensity of the Atlanta Falcons, the Philadelphia Eagles better be ready to play hard-nosed football against a team that knows they can't afford any margin of error. They know they have the Kansas City Chiefs next, and they know that 1-1 makes a whole big difference in the world. So I believe I like the Falcons to win the football game next week. This week, not next week. This week.
I love the unique relationships with a twist. I know, because I read it. Great. I'm going to tell them you're interested. Look at that Wendy's breakfast burrito. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, sausage. Gotta hand it to the tortilla. That sucker's holding on for dear life. The boss of breakfast, gotta be Wendy's.
How are you for attractive offers on the PBX, including a complimentary charging bundle?
Kyle Pitts is really good tight end too. They got a good running back. I'm not familiar with the Falcons wide receiver corps, but Eagles have to be ready to play football. The trust fund son, the son of the FedEx founder, he was just a white privileged joker. He was not really the best qualified for the job. Cousins in prime time, that's a good point. But the NFC has seen some wild curveballs. Not many 2-0 teams in the NFC, is there?
You should have to do that, right? We'll have a little competition. Michael put up a large sum of money for the winner of the competition to your favorite charity. And I think it's only right that everybody just jumps into the Sunday night football, carries a no name.
The NFC is wide open. The Seahawks are a fraud. Oh my God, this team's a fucking joke. They're going to face off against a team without a healthy Tua. Seahawks, fuck Seattle. They're a joke. They're a very fraudulent organization. They're a joke. Now they get to face off against the Giants. The 41 is going to beat the Seahawks. I rooted for the Seahawks during the days of Jim Harbaugh and Pete Carroll, but I hope the 49ers smoke the Seahawks. This comes from a Cardinals fan. Cardinals are better than the Bears. How can I think? How did he escape that? Intercepted. Another failed USC Golden Child quarterback. Matt Barkley, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold showed some success, but he was never going to be an all-pro quarterback. The best USC quarterback was Carson Palmer. Carson Palmer, he got affected due to an injury. He played on the bad Raiders, but then he moved to the Cardinals and Bruce Arians, and Palmer's very productive.
That's a slight difference from college football. Right. That's a big play alive. Yes.
And now teams the Texans take a shot. Trying to extend this market. It will be a run with Mixon looking for blocking on the edge. It's not there. Schultz couldn't get a block. And it's a gain of maybe a yard. That's a good point, Chris. You talked about what Matt Eberflus said. Those big
If
moments
the
where
Bears don't start winning games, Eberflus is going to get fired.
You know what? Still, it's a shot.
Titans Packers is a pretty interesting game. The Packers winning with Jordan Lewis, and the Titans battled back against a team with Aaron Rodgers and a great defense. Opening week, who did the Titans play? I'm compelled. Titans practice.
Sanborn is that sort of tiebreaker. Anytime that they feel like that they need a little more size on the field,
I'll go Titans to beat the Packers because Jordan Love is garbage and he's overpaid if they're 2-0 without him. So I'll go Titans in that game.
Third and 17.
Could be a huge answer by this Bears defense.
Out quick to Collins. This could get him in field goal range. Here, field goal 61 yards.
What a pussy ass play call.
What I've seen.
Run a out route, run a hitch route.
Kick this one away. So the Bears defense does come up with a big stop, and the interception does not turn into points for the Nico Ryan's team.
Here's where you have to be on the high alert for anything, especially if you don't jump outside, because that turns into a field goal attempt.
Townsend struggled with a couple of punts tonight. The outrage partner waits. Back at the 10. That's play terrific. From Townsend. D'Angelo Ross called up from the practice squad. Townsend at the 6. Not quite lead as you look at downtown East on this Sunday night.
That's why our favorite part of camp was the ride to camp. Can we please get a ride? Sure.
Transform your cabin with the ingenious stowable second row center seat. Available on the Honda Pilot. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online. The Wild Robot is 100% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Amazing.
Movies just don't get better than this.
I am a wild robot.
The Wild Robot, rated PG, in theaters September 27.
Lethal? Help yourself, man. Dude, dog food in the fridge? It's not dog food. It's fresh cut. Real meat, real veggies. Real weird. He was bad luck anyway.
Fresh Pet. It's not dog food, it's food food. Lurking down this season for a new and Godmother's Fever. Other feelings. You must see the world through their lens. I believe you can't treat a patient without understanding who they really are.
You see the stuff the rest of us miss.
It's a gift. I choose to walk with my patients, find a path forward. When nobody else will, leave mine something that we can see you
The Texans have two tremendous players on the edge. Daniil Hunter, we've already highlighted him. Watch Will Anderson, though. He's like a scat back in the backfield. People are trying to block him. They just can't. He has great moves. You think he's a running back or a wide receiver. And just continues to haunt the quarterbacks because people are having a tough time trying to get their hands on these two guys.
They drafted Anderson and they acquired Hunter coming off the 16.5 sack season last year. They've got guys on each edge.
I think the Falcons is a good point spread. But Kirk Cousins is good, though, so the Falcons still have a chance. Can he pick up the offense better than in week one? That's where we know if it's going to be a make or break game for Kirk Cousins. Williams sucks. Guy's awful. He's terrible.
Quarterbacks, of course, they come up to the top of the draft, but they were thrilled to be able to go up and get Anderson. And just as important as Stroud is on the offensive side, Anderson is an edge rusher is on the defensive side.
And it's only happened a handful of times where you get the offensive and defensive player of the year in the same draft. Where the Bears really need a play here. They just need to get something jump-started.
Bears are terrible.
Center comes the pressure again. Williams goes down. Sacked at the 1 by Mario Edwards. And a sack against the Colts. Delivers the hard hit on the rookie. It's been a tough second half of this Bears offense.
And Mike, this is what we're seeing now. Mario Edwards, the best of the pass rushing defensive tackles inside. But I just really feel like the Bears are missing Keenan Allen in this situation. He's such a good slot, third down, great easy throws for the quarterback. And now the Bears have an issue running out of their own deep end zone.
Taylor has to get rid of it quick from his own 2. It's a 53-yarder fielded by Sims. The 45 cuts it upfield. Stephen Sims returns at 11 to the 44-yard line of the Bears with 9:24 to go. And Houston up 9.
This Bears defense, like they did a week ago, they're just playing their tails off, right? I mean, absolutely fighting tooth and nail, waiting for Caleb Williams and the offense in the second half to get it going, and they just have not.
Paper over cracks. Paper over cracks. No quarterback. You'll beat the Panthers, but this is not a playoff team. The AFC is too competitive. Let's keep it real. We need a Jim Harbaugh. Stop with this loser talk of, we won a game, be good. No. You want a real commitment to excellence. You need a real championship quarterback. Mark Davis is a bum. Let's not cuckold the Mark Davis. Seriously.
You know, at some point, you're just exhausted out there, but they're fighting. They fought a week ago. They got a win out of it somehow, and they're going to try and pull it off again.
Which garbage quarterback did they pick? Caleb sucks. He not good. How do you like my shades? Isn't that a real baller shade, baby? It's not we talking.
Think again of San Francisco. I hate to keep referring to that, but when you talk
Be the
about
boss.
San
Be the
Francisco,
boss.
they
That's what it's
want to
about.
establish a powerful run game, and that's exactly what Bobby Slowick is trying to do here with the Texans. And you're starting to see a little bit more of it.
Acres for a yard or 2 here. I mentioned earlier.
Again, the National Football League is rigged. Oh, the Goyim think the Chiefs are going to three-peat because they're getting slaughtered by the Jews. The Jews know better. The Jews had people thinking the Bills are going to win the AFC in Super Bowl 57. The Jews had the Ravens. People had the Ravens winning the AFC in the year of Super Bowl 58. So the Jews are always a step ahead of the game.
Fourth quarter, imperative that the Bears hold to a field goal here. Trying to keep this one close. Whistle, I don't know if that was for an injury or not. So timeout called by Chicago, 7:19 to go. C.J. Stroud, the quarterback here. Houston's his home now. Used to be in Southern California and had a pretty famous person helping his football career get started.
What I thought was Coach Shule giving a shout out to my guy, CJ, who's making us proud. That's why I feel legend. Keep doing your thing, keep God first, and keep changing the game. Let's go.
Snoop continues to follow me wherever I go, Chris, but he's in the SYFL. It's the Snoop Youth Football League out in Southern California. And C.J. Stroud played in that league, and that was very important in his young life as he got started from Southern California, Rancho Cucamonga, to come out and head eventually to Ohio State.
Important in a lot of young people's lives. I mean, it really has been. I can't tell you how many people we've interviewed around the league that played in Snoop's league out there.
3rd and 5. Ford Cup is caught by Dalton Schultz. It's out of 10.
There we go. There we go.
It's at the 4-yard line. It's a gain of 16.
It's just what happens when you begin. It sort of reminds me of the Kansas City Chiefs, right? Got your tight end in there. Once in a while they block. Then they're just sort of underneath. You got all this speed, all these great wide receivers screaming down the field. And then you just drop it off to Kelsey or you drop it off to Schultz. And he catches it and he turns up and you have a.
I don't know what little crazy John guy's about. Shut down this chat room. Blah, 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 blah.
Second catch of the night for Schultz. Goal for the Texans. Akers.
Caleb's a boss. Who the Bears play next? What? You guys are red. You guys are red talks.
Bears think they do. Well, Brisker feels it's been recovered by Chicago. Going on, bottom of the pile. And it is Bears ball. So Chicago comes up with a huge red zone.
Red.
Comes up the pile with it.
Caleb still sucks.
Who got his helmet right on the football, and out it comes.
Faggot. You rigged the game so they could make it more exciting.
To the best of my knowledge, and he was unable to be there in that key moment.
A great look at Fire getting in there to get the recovery and the turnover for Chicago. plays in this national career. 59 yards, 4 first down, 2 turnovers.
The only thing the Texans were susceptible to a week ago were some double moves. Now they've got those 2 deep safeties back there, harder to pull off.
End zone, Williams throws incomplete.
Texans will cover the spread. If it's 3rd and long inside the 10-yard line, the Texans should get a stop.
These 3rd and longs, which they've had a bunch of them, this is where the pressure shows up. So whatever your quick answer is, if you're Caleb Williams, you have to be ready for that now. Somebody has to win immediately and give you a chance for a catch and run. This would be a safe one.
Six along the line. And they're up coming. And Caleb takes off. Got the first down and a lot more. Williams slides down. Near the 30-yard line.
13-19, they kick a field goal. They go for the onside kick.
Properly slide. High ground technique and the execution.
Yeah, great job there recognizing the man coverage, people running away, the blitz, and there was an opening. Perfectly done.
24, longest play of the night for the Bears. That one is caught by DJ Moore down around the 34-yard line. 5:20 to go.
But that's what makes those mobile quarterbacks such an asset. When they see that 2-man, when they see the man coverage and guys chasing with their back turn, that quarterback can be back-breaking to take off and rip off 30 yards.
Chip Anderson off the edge. Gave Williams time to take a deep shot. By the way, Romo Nunze came in with a knee injury. It's a question if he was going to play here tonight. He has played most every snap of this game, only targeted 3 times. 1 catch, but Nunze, the other rookie with Williams, has been out there almost all night.
I think DJ Moore was exhausted on that.
You made me think of that.
Yeah, I mean, he like he didn't anticipate the ball coming. That was an open. That was a chance for a big play.
Colin Johnson plays college ball over in Austin in Texas. Brought up the practice squad without Keenan Allen tonight. He's up the top of the street. 3rd. Williams comes back to come in over the middle. Pulls him to the 37-yard line. Part of the tackle, first down Chicago. Williams.
These guys can easily play quarterback when there's only zone defense and not man-on-man coverage.
Just keep the space. Keep that defensive line rushing. They're used to substituting in and out very frequently. See if you can keep them on the field here.
4.5 to go. 46. Williams comes back to commit. Hit hard by Petrie. And a flag comes in.
The pussifying of football continues.
At the 47-yard line. An attack on can take it inside the 35. There's a flag here on Petrie for the hit. Discussion going on right now with the officials.
It's not a foul.
The shoulder, but yeah. It's a good job. They get together and sure maybe somebody suggests things in their ear. I don't know, but as long as you get to the right call, it's all good.
Multiple officials from different angles able to see where the head was, the shoulder. Petrie trying to keep the shoulder shot in there. Pressure comes. Williams gets rid of it. Back towards Moore. It's incomplete. And the Texans want intentional grounding. As DJ Moore is just running straight down the field. They're not going to get it here. It'll be second down.
They're just really unable to stop. That's a 5-man pressure. You have to be able to pick that up. But at least give Caleb Williams credit here for getting that ball out and keeping their chances alive.
Because I said they're not going to get grounding. They're talking about it. This quarterback under duress, the tackle box. Moore is heading downfield. He's running straight. Was there an adjustment by the receiver or not? And the flag was just thrown down for grounding.
Oh, it is intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding. Offense to the 19.
Terry, this is a point of discussion in the off-season. We saw it in a game last year with Seattle and Detroit, I think it was. Can you just explain what constitutes grounding or not grounding in that situation?
It's still in the pocket, Mike, and he was clearly under pressure. There was a player less than 3 yards away from him, so clearly under pressure. He's got to get the ball in the vicinity of an eligible receiver, and he clearly did. And it's well behind the receiver who's running way downfield.
So it meets those criteria, thus becomes grounding, and it's 3rd and 14. You're 4 down territory for the Bears. Texans again break 6. Williams throws some more. And good thing that there's a flat down. You're back around all the bodies where the pressure was coming. And Caleb Williams, who is taking a bunch of hits here in the second half of this pressure.
Looking to tap for defense for the Lions City.
It was on Mario Edwards.
Mario Edwards was just a brilliant rush, just taking Coleman Shelton right back. Unfortunately, as he tried to dive over the top, he did get that helmet-to-helmet contact and a huge break for the Bears.
Could have been easily called a pull of Braxton Jones. You see all the rubber pellets that are Caleb Williams' arm all over him as he has been on the ground a lot. Bunch of hits. That one, the 20th penalty of the night. 11 on Houston, 9 on Chicago. 4 to go. Williams still back there dealing it. Nobody open, slides down. After a game, really no game. It'll be where he started the slide. The mark is back at 42. Remember, they only have one timeout left, so they really have to go in a hurry. It'd be hard for them to get the ball back if they do score.
That was a really good play by Daniil Hunter. He felt the tight end trying to slip out late, and he stayed with it.
Running inside with Travis Fuller. 36-yard line with 3.5 to go.
It's interesting here, right? I mean, it's 2 scores. So, at what point are you going for it, and what point are you kicking it here?
That defense, get the points that you get. Really hard for them one time not to get the ball back. 3rd and 4. Once again, the Texans break pressure. Williams lost it. Back shoulder for Moore. Incomplete. We're at 4th down. I'll bring on the field goal unit.
And I know what DJ Moore is thinking. He goes, look, man, I squeezed that corner to the middle of the field. I left you 5 yards on the boundary out there. There was a lot of room for that back shoulder, just not enough time on task yet between those two. That was an opportunity.
Career long for Carr Santos is 55. This is 54. Made it from 56 and 57 pregame. It's hit low and hard and knocks it through. And we have a one-score game. 19-13, 2:51 to go. And the 5th 50-plus yard field goal made tonight.
There's a 3-iron up there, man. Shot out of a cannon. He knew he needed all the distance. He took the game right now. And, this is both these teams.